The MPP is also aware of mobile money transactions directly linking leading NDC members to payments made to these train tax. These individuals are being deployed to strategic locations in the Upper East and Upper West regions to foment trouble as well. We have also discovered plans by the NDC to use ambulances to transport weapons to these tax on elections day. This deceitful strategy will also not work under our watch. Additionally, on elections day, the NDC plans to deploy thugs on motorbikes to shoot indiscriminately in MPP stronghold with the aim of creating fear and panic to suppress voter turnout and to disrupt the counting process. We are also well informed that some NDC members, led by a retired commissioner of police, Kofi Boakye, are coordinating efforts to escalate insecurity in Ashanti region and other MPP strongholds. This plan includes engaging armed robbers and other criminal elements to increase cases of robbery and kidnapping in the days leading up to the elections. We are assured that the security forces are on top of this, and Ghanaians have very little to worry about. But we need to make Ghanaians aware of the evil intentions of the opposition party, an opposition that has used the last 4 years to frustrate government business and want to use the defeats that awaits them on December 7th to disturb our democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the enactment of the Anti-Vigilantism Act, the NDC on November 4th tried to launch a certain vigilante group called Azoka Boys. The police disrupted this move, and it was in the Aswansi constituency in Ashanti region. These individuals, known for their violent activities in previous elections, have been tasked with intimidating voters in Ashanti region to undermine voter confidence and to disrupt electoral violence. It is disheartening that the third launch of this supposed Azoka Boys was in the full glare of the public, and it was happening the same day the Peace Council and the Christian Council were launching the peace campaign. We want to assure Ghanaians that the MPP has seen through the NDC's plans and will use all lawful means to safeguard the sanctity of December 7th election and defend Ghana's democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, November 19, 2024, the National Communications Officer of the NDC convened a press conference where he made baseless, frivolous allegations that the MPP is planning to rig the December 7th elections. Among his outlandish claims, he alleged that Brigadier General Opoku, the General Officer Commanding of the Central Command of Ghana Armed Forces, as part of a supposed scheme involving ballot stuffing, swapping of ballot boxes and beat sheets, and other clandestine activities to tilt the balance of victory in favor of the MPP ahead of December 7th elections. These allegations, he claimed, are targeted at the Ashanti region, beginning from the special voting exercise scheduled for December 2nd. Permit me to say this, that the statement is, the allegations made by the National Communication Officer and the NDC are entirely baseless devoid of any iota of credible evidence, and represent yet another desperate attempt by the NDC to raise tension and distract the people of Ghana from their own misdeeds. You level against a reputable army officer baseless allegations. You do not provide any, not even a single evidence, and yet you want us to take you serious. I have said that nobody can rig these elections. Look, we will vote at the polling station. We will count at the polling station. Collation will be done. The new patriotic party shall emerge victorious. His Excellency the Vice President will be the next president. Nobody can foment any sort of trouble, whatever form, whatever shape. I dare, if you want, try. Nobody. We will vote in peace. We will cast our ballot in peace. Ghana will be united. Ghana will not fall. And I'm telling you, the new patriotic party shall emerge victorious. Indeed, the NDC's communications officer and the NDC failed to substantiate their claim with facts or evidence, demonstrating that this is nothing more than a fabrication designed to divert attention from NDC's own wicked machinations to destabilize the Ashanti region, all because it is the stronghold of the MPP. Presidential candidate, His Excellency Al-Hajj, Dr. Mahama NDC, will be the next president of the Republic. From all indications, up, down the country, we are winning the presidential elections, and then we're also going to have a clear majority. The chaotic scenes perpetrated by the NDC in Parliament will be a thing of the past. The New Patriotic Party will have a clear majority in Parliament, and we urge all Ghanaians to vote massively for the New Patriotic Party. The reason is simple. The people have compared the NPP track record, and I keep saying this. When I hear the NDC saying that the NPP we are going to rig the elections, it's quite funny. We will win these elections with our superior track record, nothing more, nothing less. We are going to have a transparent elections, clean elections, fair elections. There will be no intimidation, and the New Patriotic Party will win these elections with His Excellency Al-Hajj Dr. Ŵ3apon as the next president. The people of Ghana have looked at Dr. Ŵ3apon, and they have also looked at the former president. You compare the two, these are two gentlemen, one championed 35 policies as we speak, 35. Because both of them have been vice president before. Now you go to the arena of former President Mahama. He told Ghanaians that he's been confined to social activities. He's going for funerals, naming ceremonies, and that is so. As vice president, you could not champion a single policy. Not even a single policy. The next president, His Excellency Al-Hajj Dr. Ŵ3apon, as a vice president, has championed 35 major policies. Parents, especially the 5.7 million young persons from 2017, since we implemented free SHS, we are grateful to His Excellency the President, His Excellency Al-Hajj Dr. Ŵ3apon, and his running mate, Dr. Ŵ3apon, 5.7 million young Ghanaians have so far benefited from the free SHS and free TVET. And these people are genuinely worried about the fate of this destiny-changing policy. In an unlikely event, very, very, very far off, in an unlikely event than the NDC wants. It's not going to happen. Inshallah. The people know that the hands of Dr. Bawumia and the NPP, free SHS, is safe. Families, farmers, traders, professional workers, like teachers, in the 110 districts, and this has never happened before, unprecedented. One of the lessons we learned from COVID-19, or something positive that came out of COVID-19, will be the massive construction of 114 hospitals. Unprecedented. And I have traveled nationwide in all the 16 regions. And you see all of these hospitals at different stages of completion. I mean, we are talking about 80% different stages of completion. And it's massive. And these hospitals, after its completion, will provide 150,000 jobs. Nurses will be grateful, doctors will be grateful, physicians will be grateful, health workers, all of them will be grateful. 150,000 both direct and indirect jobs. This is unprecedented. So when you take the area of education, our achievements there, our records there, unprecedented. Health, unprecedented. You report that the NDC almost collapsed NHIS. They even promised one-time premium. They came in and put together a certain policy called capitation. This capitation almost collapsed our health sector regarding NHIS. In fact, by the time they were leaving office, we had 900 million in debt to pay to health providers. I'm not sure we want to go back to this government. This is that government that said that they are not magicians to provide jobs. If you're a young person, you want jobs, go into the forest, cut some grass, come and put it on the wayside, and then you sell to people. This is a government that said that if you want to enjoy stable electricity, be prepared to pay more. At the time, we were in Dunso for almost 5 years. Almost 5 years. And do not forget, we were not in COVID era. We didn't have COVID. We didn't have Russia-Ukraine war. We didn't have any global economic crisis worrying us. Yet, we were told by the former president that our resources have been stripped to the bone. This is the same president or former president who come back? Absolutely no. Again, everywhere you go, the issue of road is prominent, and the people asking for road know too well that in these 8 years of the NPP, we have built 4 times more roads than any other government. In fact, we have added close to about 13,000 kilometers of road. And recently you saw the Ŵ3apon flyover, and we have almost about 10 interchanges now. And again, I've traveled, and every proper road network in all the regions is being done by the NPP. And I can tell you that in all the 16 regions, you see massive footprints of road construction under the NPP government. Also, Ghanaians are looking for a leader who will be accountable to them in the year 2028 or 2028. Look, former President Mahama, if you give your vote to him, he's never going to account to you again. Why? Because he's exiting after 4 years. Already, he has asked for a honeymoon. A former president who is coming back and saying that, look, when you come, please take your time for me. When I come, take your time for me. And that I need to go on a honeymoon. give me some break. I'm not sure that it's a serious person coming to sell us. Somebody who says if we go get it. That is the policy. In fact, you've been president before and vice president before. You need to propose some major policy, groundbreaking policy, something that is explosive, something that is mind-boggling. And then you are proposing what? You go get it. And what we hear again? Nightclubs will be open 24 hours so that young persons will go and waste their lives there. In this era, you are proposing 24-hour running of nightclubs. This man is a danger. And I don't think that will allow him to come back. They know what means for business and good job. Ghanaians want certainty. They know the economy is fast recovering, and all indicators show. And they want a safe pair of hands that can steer for the good and prosperity of all. They know our history, that when it comes to policies that benefit the masses, the poor and the needy, it is the MPP and not the NDC. It is this reality of John Mahama facing his third successive defeat. And he's going to be defeated again. He was defeated in the year 2016. Massive defeat, unprecedented defeat. It's never happened. And it was because of his poor performance. He was again defeated in the year 2020. And he's going to suffer another defeat in 2024. Ghanaian people are not ready for any violence. We shall not sacrifice our peace and stability to satisfy the wishes of a leader who had his chance and failed miserably with it. History does not favor John Mahama, and the future will not favor Ghanaians under John Mahama. Ghana's democratic journey has been a shining light on the African continent. As a beacon of democracy, our nation's elections have consistently reflected the will of the people, ensuring peace, stability, and progress. However, as we approach the December 7 general election, the New Patriotic Party is uncovering disturbing plans by the National Democratic Congress to adopt violent tactics in a desperate bid to intimidate voters and to disrupt the electoral process. This will never happen. This press conference is to expose those dangerous schemes and then also to emphasize our commitment to a peaceful electoral process and rally all well-meaning Ghanaians to stand firm against any attempt by the NDC to mar the beauty of the upcoming December 7th election, which they see as slipping away from them. Indeed, it's gone from them. Now, information available to the NPP reveals that several months ago, the NDC has been training thugs in pockets of communities, including Obuasi East constituency. Under
coincided with our press conference today, so I want to issue a disclaimer. This press conference was scheduled to come on. It's not a reaction necessarily to what they have said yesterday, though we'll respond to those in our statement today. But the point we want to make is that this election is in the balance, and the country has come to the processes leading to December 7th with very profound and deep thinking about a choice that faces us. It's on one hand a choice that is looking into the future with solutions to get our country on path to accelerated development. On the other is a choice that has been tried, tested, and failed. It's a choice that is offering nothing new except to rely on the hope that somehow we have operated a system of 8 years in, 8 years out, and so therefore maybe it is their turn. But we're saying that, as we saw in 2008, Ghanaians know better, and that the idea that Ghana, our democracy is 8 years in, 8 years out, it's not certain. Ghanaians are looking for solutions, Ghanaians are looking for ideas. And this election is one that is very critical, one that we as a people must look at with very deep appreciation of what we want to become as a country and where we end up from 2025 onward. Who leads this country? It's not just a matter of NDC electorally, but it's about choice. It's about ideas, it's about vision, it's about how we dig our country up, how we continue to grow this country. And as young people, most of you here in the room, and most of the people who are listening to us this afternoon, we are entreating you, as we have seen up and down the country, there is this groundswell support for the ideas that the New Patriotic Party is putting forward, captured in our manifesto, the bold solution for jobs and for business. That is what we are offering this afternoon, and our national organizer will be sharing some thoughts on our preparations and some of the findings that we're making in relation to our opponents who know that they don't have any vision, who offers no ideas except the usual politics of lies, politics of threat and violence that they are offering. Some findings that we have made, which in actual fact they have preempted yesterday to create the impression as though that something untoward is happening from our side. They are actually seeking to cover up the violence that they are purporting. And in the statement, as you will see, and most of you have already seen, what has happened with the NDC youth from Obuasi, their threats. Now they are being searched for by the police. I think that all of us must add our voice and ensure that the police act in that matter spiritedly and get them to answer for the very unpalatable and the very scary threats that they were issuing before the elections. The truth of the matter is that the New Patriotic Party, through hard work, through our canvassing across the length and breadth of this country, to ensure that we engage Ghanaians with our vision, our bold solutions for tomorrow, for our future. Seems that the Ghanaians are buying into that idea, and we are very sure that on December 7th, the New Patriotic Party will win this election. Last week I told you, and I'm not sure if you guys have gotten the solution or any response from the